Two sides are cancelling one another out, but they've won the ball back in numbers in that midfield. That quadrant of Thitifan, Sarac and Semenya all combining. Santifa. Pathum. He's given a free kick there, the referee. If it had waited a second, there would have been a good advantage to play. Didn't do United any favours. No foul. And Luis has gone down more than once and not received a free kick so far in this game. We've reached the 20-minute mark. Don't forget, like, share, follow, comment on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to One Play Sports. If they were to win today, they would close the gap to a mere 22 points. That's how far behind they are. Games do come thick and fast at the moment in the Thai League. One more midweek action for you. Don't forget, you can follow all the action on One Play Sports, including Rayong, who are bottom against BGPU, and that's this coming Thursday. Next game for United is at home to another struggler, Chonburi, who are just outside the relegation places, but it's a very tight battle down at the bottom to avoid the drop zone. 3 go down. Talked about that battle there, top against bottom, Rayong against BGPU. Two teams that came up together last season. Challenged by Beer, but he's handed it straight back and got caught out of position. He's quickly dropped back in. Clearance was by Parapat. Hibati Fernandez continues his run down the left-hand side. Here he is now. That time it was a foul. Irfan Fandi. The foul to upend Parapat. He's looking to get forward at every opportunity, Parapat, the left back. On the home side with Semenya. It's not a clinical ball forward. Free kick has been given. Referee pulls it back for the foul on Pathum. Coming up this evening, a game that's just kicking off in half an hour. It's 4th against 8th. Ratchaburi against Muangthong United at the Mitterfull Stadium. And within the hour, it'll be Port against Track. That's second bottom against second top. And the late game today is the game between Suphanburi and Buriram United. That's third bottom against third top. So some big games coming up elsewhere this evening, but none bigger than this one. It's Derby Day, but will it be delight for BGPU? They're on the attack at the moment. Centre cross by Sarac. He's landed on his backside, and the goal kick has been given by the assistant referee. Or is it a corner? That's a corner. Wasn't a clear flag from the assistant. In fact, it's a free kick. It would have been a goal kick had he not given the free kick. As he hooks it past. It's a foul by Parapat. It is a corner. On top of a goal kick or a free kick, surely. Anyway, it's a corner. It's the next best thing. Jostling in the box. Andres Túnez is up from the back. And of course, the dangerous Victor. That was well off target. As we hit the 25-minute mark here on One Play Sports. It's a goal kick to be taken by Michael Folsgaard. Short to Everton, the United skipper. It's a long launch forward and a good ball as well. Headed back by Van der Luis, but quickly won in the midfield by Thitipat. And now a chance, and it's an opening, and it's a wonderful finish. And the home side, with their first real sighting of goal, take the lead. It's Pathum. Well, he hasn't scored so far this season. He's been very much out of sorts. He's got the nod today, and he comes up with the goods. Pathum links up well with Thitipat, shrugs off the challenge, and he dispatches the ball beyond the reach of Folsgaard. It's good strength to get away from Parapat and buries it with the outside of the right boot. Just in the nick of time. A split second later, and Parapat would have got there. Good finish, 1-0. I did say they distribute the goals around. It's the first goal of the season for the 26-year-old, aside from Chiang Rai United at the beginning of the season. He's had plenty of injuries, been out of sorts. He's not always been the first choice by any means, but he's repaid the faith shown in him today by Sirachi, the coach. And Wangthun United player as well as Pattaya United. Response from United, but they very nearly force a corner. It's back with Bear. Launches it down the left, but it's easy for Santifap to get there first and just nudge it out for a throw. It's a good ball in. Spare defender though in Túnez, who clears. It's all very tight at the edge of the box for Bangkok United. Long punt downfield from Victor goes all the way through to Michael Folsgaard in the United goal. I've had possession inside the BGPU half of United. Made it to the Champions League qualifiers back in 2019, lost to Hanoi of Vietnam in the qualifiers, which was a bitter disappointment. Only made it to the group stages once. You have to go back to 2017 for that. As the ball is glanced wide by Chananen. Good ball in from Van der Luis from the left. Túnez made it incredibly difficult for Chananen to hit the target, and it's a goal kick to be taken by Chatchat. He was talking about their exploits in the AFC Champions League. United last reaching the group stages in 2017. They finished fourth in their group of four in Group F. All three losses with single goal losses. They drew 3. Didn't quite have enough to show any signs of progression, and they haven't had a chance since. And know that they've got work to do if they are to make the top three. Buriram United are currently 4 points better off than them. Buriram go to Safan later, who are struggling. If they were to lose here, United, and Buriram win, that gap would then be 7 with 9 to play. And that's a big ask to close the gap. They do still have to play them. Easy header away from Victor. And for a throw, taken quickly. Doe inside to Hajime. Heberty, he's gone into a central position. It was Everton. Now the delivery in towards the back post, and it was thrust towards goal from an impossible angle, and he used his left foot, Louise, and somehow he managed to hit the target, and Chet has to adjust his body and just help it over the bar. It's certainly the best chance of the game so far for United. Very nearly. He's done exceptionally well to get that back towards goal. In comes the corner. Goalkeeper gets a fingertip to it and helps it behind for another corner. Plenty of clean sheets this season for Chet, and he's determined to keep one once again this evening. The sun has disappeared behind the stand behind us. Beautiful evening in Bangkok, and the home side are leading this derby by a 1-0. In comes the delivery from Heberty, and it's a good take by Chet, unchallenged. Thai international goalkeeper of old. He only picked up 9 caps and hasn't figured of late. 34 years of age. I think his time has been done. Tristan Doe to Heberty. Beer. Heberty. Beer has continued his run. Cut out nicely though by Victor. Thitifan. Excellent ball. Samanya. And in 2 passes, they quickly open up United. It's just too heavy for Santi Fab. And out comes Michael Folsgaard. Heberty Fernandez. Ball has been kicked out. There's an injury here. I think it might be, yeah, it's Victor. They don't want to lose him with all these goals from the back. We'll be treating him with kid gloves. Saranu Kowek and his medical team are out there to try and sort things out. Don't forget, we've got a game coming up, 8 PM Singapore time, right here on One Place Sports. Suphanburi currently in the bottom 3 from safety, entertaining Buriram United, who are occupying the final AFC Champions League place. It's a big game for both teams. You can see it live right here on One Plate Sports. That's from 8 o'clock Singapore time this evening. Taking the fluids on board, out to the whiteboard. Not quite sure if we're ready for plan B. Both teams have got the tactics board out to make some minor adjustments. I think he's going to be okay, Victor. Tochuan Sripan and his assistant Danny Invincible. Back and underway. Just over 10 minutes to go in this first half. One clear sighting of goal. Pathum latched onto Thitifan, shrugged off Perapat and buried past Folsgaard. Certainly been in this game, United, not created a great deal. Saw a couple of minutes ago Van der Luis pulling the ball back from an impossible situation with his left foot. Jay had to make the save, but you kind of expected him to make that save. It's the first time he has been called into the action. This is Everton. Tristan Doe. Flossawat. It's back to Beer. Keep the ball well and they've got possession, United. Key is to try and stretch BGPU and get the ball up to the front two. They've been unable to do so. They tried to there. No way through. Thou shall not pass as Santi Fap clears. It's a big ask for Chenrop. And they step in again. Santi Fap will carry the ball forward. It's good skills, but showed too much to Everton. It's been given away. It was poor from Thasawat. Tunes. Chenrop helps it wide. Santi Fap. It's been won back well, though, in the midfield by Hajime. And this is where they need to make the most of the situation. Great ball by Luis. Good defending by Tunes. Clears long down the left-hand side. Game's starting to open up a little bit now. Long ball forward. Too much pace on it for Pathum. Sprayed wide by Beer. Parapat. Luis trying to fend off Santi Fat. Gets the return from his fellow Brazilian. He's still going, Luis. Was lost in transit by Chananen, who tried to hold it up. It will be a free kick, but the free kick has gone to BGPU, who lead here by 1-0 with 8 minutes to go until half-time in the Toyota Thai League 1. Exclusively live on One Play Sports. Silence in the crowd is something we've all grown used to in football. The din of traffic is more apparent in the background. Samanya and Santi Fap trying to release Chenrop. Thosawat to Pokla. Tristan Doe. Back with Beer. Cross field ball. Beer. Go again. Van der Luis to Patapat. Hoshigate. Jimmy Hoshigate. He's on loan from Buriram United, the Japanese international. Sitting in the heart of that defence. It's going to be a goal kick. Unable to do anything with it, Chananam. And there's an injury now to Thirtifan, new Thai international. Not quite sure how that happened. Seemed to be his back leg. I wonder if that's a hamstring. If it is, with 5 minutes to go, he could be on his way off the pitch. That would be a blow to BGPU. Got a busy schedule coming up. The Champions League group stage doesn't begin until the 21st of April. They don't know the outcome of the playoff yet to decide who they'll be playing at home on that day. Then go to Ulsan for a home game against Vietel, and then the away game with Vietel. They wrap up the group in the early stages of May with a home game against Ulsan. They are genuinely considering themselves capable of getting out that group, BGPU. Watch this space carefully. That's when they really get into the big boys. They've got a favourable group there where you would expect them to be competitive. Luis. There's been one back, and here's Samanya. He loses out. Parapat. He's got Luis away to his left. He takes over. Cuts inside and hangs it up high towards the back post. It's turned back towards Hebert Fernandez. It's a long way out for Parapat. We thought about the shot, but thought twice. And then on the volley, the shot from Channing strikes Victor and bounces away for a corner. Terasil Danga is warming up. Ball is cleared only as far as Perapit, and the shot was rising. He got it onto the left foot, but no real conviction. More problems for 30 Pat. I don't think he's going to be able to continue. He's holding on to that hamstring. It's clearly a problem. It looks like Terasil Dangda, who's been warming up rigidly in the last couple of minutes, is going to be the player almost certainly to come on. It's not looking good. It's going to be a few weeks on the sidelines for Thitifat. A battle, I suppose, to be ready for the AFC Champions League group stages. It looks like it's not Terasil Dangda at all. It's Chayawat Verachat. Just saw a quick screen shot of Dangda, who there he is there. He is warming up. He thought it was his moment. Looks like Chayawat Verachat, which is the logical call from the home side. He will just slot in to that three-man midfield. At the moment, they're doing it with 10 men. Three minutes of added time at the end of the first half. I suspect they're trying to see this one through to half-time with 10 men. He is now on Chayawat Virashat. Free kick. Dangerous position. It was a needless foul. We are going to see the change. It is now, once again, looking like... Let's have a look. Wait for the change. And here it comes. Who's this? Terasel Dangda. It looked like he was coming on. Then Chawat got the nod. He had his shirt on. And then they changed their mind again. Yeah, veteran. 104 appearances for Thailand, 45 goals. Nearly 300 games during his long stay with Muangthong United. His first slice of the action is to deal with this free kick for United. Fernandez, well, it hit the net, but it's the roof of the net, and that's where the ball stays. Needed to be absolutely perfect to beat the goalkeeper from there. It was just slightly too high. Goalkeeper had it covered. It's behind for a goal kick. 2 minutes into the 3 added. That man, Tachawan Shripet, has a team talk at half-time to try and get his players to turn this game around. It's been relatively chance-free the first half. They've had a couple of hard chances, the visitors, but they trail 1-0. Beautiful ball forward from Thetifan, finding Pathum, who shrugged off Perapat to score the only goal of the half. They're looking for a second on the stroke of half-time. Wide to Sarahat. Into the penalty area, and Chenrot pulls it back and pulling the trigger. There's Pathum. Just took a deflection, so it will be a corner. They've played the 3 minutes. This will be, if they have time, the last of the action in the first half. Sarach to take. Natural target is, of course, Victor. It's been dealt with, and there is the half-time whistle. And in the local derby, it's going by the form book. The Rabbits remain unbeaten at the top of the table with 10 games to go. The title is in their sights, and so too another 3 points to add to their tally in their quest to bring home the championship in their first season back in the top flight. A goal midway through the first half from Pathum, his first goal of the season, the difference between the two sides. A half-time here at the Leo Stadium, here on One Play Sports. It's BG Pathum United 1, Bangkok United 0. Lifted up towards the back post. Good header away by Ikanat. There were enough yellow shirts to clear, but they didn't clear properly. And they were somewhat fortunate that when it fell to Bill, who pulled his shot wide. Ikanat. Kanyak. Falls to Dennis. It comes to Dennis again. Tees it up, and Curran blazes it just over the crossbar. Up towards the back post. What a chance away for Nakhon Ratchasima to take the lead. And it was well worked as well, involving Amadou and involving Dennis. Speeding forward is Chayawat. Sarayat towards the on-rushing Chayawat, who scores for Chiang Rai United against the run of play. Chayawat Buran was quickest to react to the flick on by Bill. And Nakhon Ratchasima have fallen behind, having created a couple of very decent chances at the other end just a few moments earlier. It's the first goal that they have conceded in 6, and there was no... I hoist in, and there's Dennis, and that's 1-0. And the lead for Chiang Rai United lasted for barely a minute. Beautiful ball in from the left-hand side. And the Brazilian was able to find the corner of the net with a powerful, precise, accurate header that gave Aparak no chance at all. And we're all back on level terms again. Chiang Rai United 1, Nakhon Ratchasima 1. He hasn't able to get much distance on the clearance. That wasn't a bad effort. It was from Cho. Well, it was a long distance out. That's good play. Kanyak. Still going Kanyak, the little Israeli. Nicely done, Marifel. Kanyak again. It's great ball in. Dennis was lurking. And here's Curran. Shapes up, smashes it against the upright. And the rebound is blazed over the top. What a chance for Nakhon Ratchasima to take the lead for the first time in this evening's game. He wins a throw. Throw-in taken quickly by Pralong. This is Amadou. Still Amadou. Still Amadou. Parried away by the goalkeeper. Dennis gets a touch. He comes out to Kanyuk. And he fires over. And it's a good chance for Nakhon Ratchasima. They could not find a way to put that ball beyond Saranen. And indeed, there is the final whistle. Honours even between two sides that are virtually inseparable in mid-table. The point is not much good to either side in this Thai League 1 game as they look to push on and make a claim for a Champions League berth. But a point, probably a fair result. An opener from Chayawat 5 minutes from half-time was quickly cancelled out. 13th goal of the season off the head of Dennis. No further goals in the second half, although we did see Jesse Curran ram a shot powerfully against the crossbar for the visitors, whose 5-match winning run without conceding a goal comes to an end. But they do take a point away from home here at the Singer Stadium, where on One Play Sports it's finished. Chiang Rai United 1, Nakhon Ratchasima 1.
BG's form coming into this puts them as favourites. Port have seen their title hopes slowly, not to quite disappear, but slowly fade, having lost 3 out of their last 6 matches. And of course, let's swing this one in. It's a good ball. Hadeen just won. It's outstretched leg there, just missing it. Great ball in there from Nguyen, just. And now BG can counter. Smanya, sorry, and Diogo. And this ball's left out, and a great effort just wide of the post from Titipan. Great dummy from Tirasin in the build-up. Smanya is in towards the far post, and Irfan is up there, but just too much height, not enough angle for him to direct it back towards the goal. Gordon got for the headed challenge there, wins it. But there's a good chance for a break here, and it's 3 against 1 for Port at some point. Nurin on the right wing looks up, gets the ball into the near post, and it's headed back across goal. And that's a wonderful strike by Gosu Ki, and Port have the lead. Lightning break, so unusual for BG to be cut out like that. Nurin sent the cross in from the right. Bowden made contact, couldn't get it directly on goal, but Gosun Ki had surged forward, and at the back post he smashed the ball high into the net with his left foot, and BG was.
Welcome back to the Leo Stadium for BG Pathum United against Bangkok United, a local derby in Thai League 1 here, exclusively live on One Play Sports. At half-time, the runaway leaders are at it again, leading by 1-0. Pathum with his first goal of the season, having been introduced into the starting lineup as one of 3 changes for this game. We're off and underway. It's the blue of BGPU and the change strip, a subtle pink for Bangkok United. So the play on the far side, throw-in taken quickly. Now, later this evening we've got some Indian Super League action coming your way. It's Jamshedpur against Mumbai City. Mumbai City currently second in the table and trying to close the gap on ATK at the top. They have a game in hand, 5 points behind. Crucial game for them this evening. Shedpur are still battling away down at the bottom. Towards the bottom, they're currently 7th out of 11, but not far ahead of the bottom places, so they'll be keen to pick up some points themselves. That's later on in the Indian Super League, the Hero Indian Super League, later on this evening, right here on One Play Sport. It's an early ball forward by Andres Lunes, trying to pick out Chenrop. Beaten to it convincingly though by Hajime. This is Bet, scorer of an own goal the last time these two sides met, a 2-0 win in the early season game, which was at the Thammasat Stadium just down the road, which ended 2-0 to BGPU. Down goes Parapat, free kick has been given. From Fanda questions the referee's decision, and I have to say, well, there was a coming together. Free kick has been given. 'Cause 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 3 minutes into the second half. And this is a great opportunity. Van der Luis needs to be a good delivery. Shime has gone forward. Everton has gone forward. All eyes on the Brazilian. His face is one of concentration. Referee holding things up for a second. It's a deep delivery. It's a wasted delivery. It's hoisted straight over the crossbar and out. So 10 o'clock tonight, Jamshedpur versus Mumbai City in the Hero Indian Super League. We've got more Thai League action coming up for you tomorrow night. Samut Prakan City versus Prachuap. Big game that for both sides, down at the wrong end of the table. Certainly Prachuap need a response. Yeah, won the other night to climb out of the bottom three. Samut Prakan City could still make the Champions League qualification places. 4 points behind Buriram, who are third. They need a win as well, so that's a big game tomorrow evening. Or you can watch the 7:30 game in the Thai League, Chonburi against Police Tero. Now that is a big game between two sides just above the drop zone. That's live and exclusive right here on One Play Sports. Just coming up to the 5-minute mark in the second half. It remains 1-0 to the champions-elect. I think it's fair to call them that. It's good running from Chenrop. Has to hold up, check back. Santifat. Samanya. It's been a slow start this second half. Sarat Shuyan gliding his way forward is Samanya ominously. It's the return. This time he plays it back into his own half. And Victor. 12 goals this season, Victor from the back. Hasn't really had a chance to set himself for a chance at the other end. In fact, he's lost possession. Over on that far side, come United. Playing through the lines and involving Bear. This is Fernandez. Onto the chest of the fullback, Perapat. It's all very tight. Everton Fernandez again. He's got the opportunity to get it wide over to this near side. Tristan Doe. It's a good play from the visitors. Burst forward into the penalty area. Comes to nothing from Poklot. And they start again with Everton. Van der Luis. Shannon. Perapat switching the ball, trying to stretch the play. Tristan Doe into the feet of Poklot. Hajami now trying their luck down the left-hand side once more. Needs to be a good delivery this from Luis. It is a better delivery into the box. Slammed forward by Irfin Fande, the Singapore international, former Universidad player in Chile for Católica. He's also playing for the young Lions closer to home. Here comes a change for the home side, and it looks like there's no further participation for the top scorer, Victor Cardoza. He's been limping for a while, hands the captain's armband to Andres Tunes, and it's going to be a straight swap involving Tosafil Chumchan, a 31-year-old who has spent the last 6 years at the club, yet to score this season. He'll be a straight replacement into the heart of the defence. Tosafil on for Victor. Striding forward was Beer. Van der Luis gets past the first defender, not past the second. Tosafil's first contribution since coming on as a sub, moments after coming on as a sub, was to block the Brazilian source. 9 minutes into the second half, it's BGPU that lead here by 1-0. Win today would take their tally to 59. It would take them 19 points clear at the top. My calculations, they could have the title wrapped up in the next 2 or 3 weeks. It does depend on their results and results elsewhere. It's going to take an almighty turnaround to drag them back into the reaches of the likes of Port and Buriram United and Ratchaburi. They're the top 3 at the moment. Bangkok United in 5th. Van der Luis. The last touch come off of a United player. Well, the appeals from Samanya say yes, but the referee says no, it's a throw, calm down. Mild evening here in the northeast of the city of Bangkok. Not quite sure what all the hostilities were about there. It was off the chest of the BGPU player Samanya, and throwing quite correctly given by the referee. So Muangthong United taken the lead early on in the game away at Ratchaburi through Mirzaev after just 6 minutes, but I can tell you Rolla has just equalised on 11 minutes with a penalty for Ratchaburi. Ratchaburi currently 4th in the table, Muangthong United 8th, separated by just 1 point, even though they are separated by 4 places. 1-1, plenty of drama early on in that one. Ratchaburi 1, Muangthong United 1 after just 11 minutes in that match, which is not long kicked off at the same time as the second half got underway here. That's at the Meter Full Stadium in Ratchaburi. Step forward by Beer. Hajime Hoshigai. That's a nice flick. It's a great little interchange involving Chananan and Pokla. It comes to nothing. Electric combination. Just needed something. Substance on the end, and the ball's played into the 6-yard box, and he very nearly found Chananan. Where his whistle goes, that's going to be a free kick. And a yellow card shown to Perapat. First yellow card of the game, that one. Going to be a change for the visitors. 13 minutes into the second half. It'll be Natawat Suksum that's going to come on. We'll see in a second. Seeking that equaliser, and they've had a sniff of goal. It is Natawat Suksum. He comes on for Chanan, who came in today. So it's the one change that they made before the game. Reverted back to the same 11 that started at the weekend. It'll be interesting to see who's going to lead the line for the visitors. In the meantime, the ball is into the penalty area, and scooping it up is Michael Voldsgaard, who's barely seen the ball in the opening quarter of an hour of the second half. The visitors have slightly on top. It does look like Natawat Suksum has gone straight down the middle. He is a forward, he can play on the wings as well. 6 goals this season, making him their top scorer. Hajime. It's a good build-up involving Parapat. He gets the cross in. It's a tame cross in the end, and Irfan Fandi can place his clearance away into the path of Pathum. Slows things down. Samanya gets the return back. This is Sarach. Now Samanya again, stretching it to the left-hand side. Saharat across the face of the 18-yard. This is Samanya. Stopped by the defender. Saharat. And Andras Tunis. It's a good build-up play, but there's no real purpose about that attack from BGPU, and suddenly they've got to start thinking about defending. Over towards the left-hand side, and Luis, plenty of promise, not too much in the way of end product. And here's Luis, going to pull it back. That's a penalty. He has produced something now as he weaves his way into the box. He is upended, and Van der Luis wins a penalty. And Bangkok United, just past the hour mark, have a chance to level things off at 1-1. The weaving run, and it was an unconvincing challenge from Irfan Fandi. After the ball had been played, it was going nowhere. Andres Tunes, the Venezuelan, had cleared, and a shake of the head. He knows that he didn't need to commit that challenge, the Singapore international Irfan Fandi, and it's a penalty. There will be a delay because the man that won the penalty is still down with a knock. Well, they've been sluggish so far in this second half of BGPU, and they might just be shocked if they concede here to the penalty. VAR are having a look. He's taking it on here. Let's have a quick look at the VAR. He's played the ball. I think the argument from the defender, Irfan Fandi, is that he's run into him. And I kind of see his case. He's played the ball. It's one of those where you can look at it 100 times and was there contact? If it's in the middle of the park, they give a free kick and nobody even questions it. But because it's such a pivotal part of the game, it's looked at over and over and over again. Van der Luijs is back on his feet. He's okay. The referee is listening to the verdict of VAR. He might get the chance to go and look himself in the VAR room. He's going to go and have a look. And I don't blame him, because this is a tough one. On first sighting you think penalty because he's played the ball, but he's run into the defender rather than the defender making purposeful contact. And this one cannot be tidied up by the VAR team, and so the referee is going to go across and have a little look himself. And he's looked promising, Van der Luijs, down the left hand side without really producing too much quality and end product. Has he won his side a penalty is the big question here. Referee is having a very close look. We're looking here, we've seen it from different angles on the VAR. He gets past the first challenge, he wins the ball and then runs into the defender. Now, is there contact? And if there is, does it help him down? He's on his way already, isn't he? You take all the evidence into the equation, you start to lean towards it not being a penalty, but then there is contact there, regardless of whether he goes down. This is a tough one for VAR. It's one of those borderline decisions. What's the referee going to give? He's gone against his decision. It's no penalty. He believes that Irfan Fandi merely stood up and didn't commit, and therefore it's no penalty. Well, it's a controversial moment in the game. It was a wonderful opportunity for Bangkok United to get themselves back on level terms, but the opportunity has passed. VAR say no penalty, and I think they got it right, but it's a very, very tough one. As I said, if that foul takes place in the centre of the park, he gives a free kick and no one even blinks. No wrongdoing from Van der Luijs, it has to be said. He's gone down off balance. There's a change. Thosuat has gone off for United, replaced by Wissaru, the Thai under-23 international. He made his debut back at the age of 17, 6 years ago. He's a bundle of energy. Here comes a fired shot, and they have got their equaliser. Fabulous ball into the box from Perapit, and it was inviting, it was dangerous, and it deflected in, and we're all level. Perapit smashes it from the left hand side. His deliveries have been far better than Luijs, and there is your equaliser. It's great play from the fullback, smashing it in. And it's a gliding header. No chance for the goalkeeper. Not sure he knew an awful lot about that. There's Natuat Suksum on as a sub. That gets the credit, but the credit really must go to the player that delivered the ball into the box. A stealth delivery it was too. Throwing. What response from BGPU? They haven't really been firing all cylinders in this second half. They weren't at their absolute best in the first half. They were slightly the better side. Took their chance. They've got themselves a corner. We're just past the halfway mark in the second half. 1-1 here at the Leo Stadium. Could be a big point for Bangkok United if they can hold on. Sarach Yuyen to take the corner. Remember, they've lost Victor, who is their talisman in set plays such as this. Here comes the cross. Headed away. As far as Sarach again. Hangs it in high. And Michael Folsgaard is able to claim. Another long punt upfield, and it was less than convincing from Chachai. Out for a throw. Don't forget, like, share, follow, comment on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube as well to One Play Sports. You're watching One Play Sports here. It's the Bangkok derby. BGPU 1, Bangkok United 1. Just over 20 minutes remaining. It's a free kick there, Samanya. Referee doesn't agree. And it's with Hosuge. He's given it away. Carried forward by Samanya. Samanya's continued his run. It nearly found its way into the box. Free kick has been given. Dangdal went down. And substitute as the player penalised. Another change coming up for the home side. Pathum, the goal scorer, is going to make way for Chawat. Looks like there's going to be several changes here. Siroch Chathong is coming on as well. Going to try and freshen things up.